We're here with another video. Today is the end of the month vlog. I know I'm a little late. It's not really the end of the month anymore. It's the beginning of the month vlog, but it's still basically the end of the month vlog. So I'm very excited because there's a lot of things I got to show you guys. Don't know if I'll get to it today, like in today's time, but I will be trying to get through it as best I can when I'm not busy. But the big difference is basically the shelves. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about just a little bit, as quick as we can. Just here, I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff. I think the biggest change you can see all right here. But we're going to take a closer look at it real quick just to show you guys what I got going around. So the biggest thing that I changed is this entire wall right here. So I'm going to kind of glance through it just a little bit, but the biggest change is this whole Godzilla shelf takes up 2 spaces full of Godzilla plus some Kong figures and some other villains as well. But then we have our legendary spot right here. This has all of my legendary Godzilla figures, and I wish I kept some of them. I did get rid of the King Ghidorah, of course, but I don't know. I might get the Hiya Toys one when I can. I have 3 MonsterVerse Godzilla figures coming in. Of course, I got the Mutos, which was supposed to come out in February, but it didn't. I have the 2014 Godzilla, which I'm very excited for, but that comes out in December, so that fucking sucks. And then I have the beautiful, almighty pink Godzilla coming in hopefully soon, because I really want that figure on display. But this is pretty much what we got so far. We have the Godzilla from King of the Monsters, SH Monster Arts here. We got a bunch of Playmates figures, and of course the cup for the movie. And I did watch the movie. Not going to get into it now because these guys I'm going to be reviewing Monday. So I'm very excited about that. So it's going to be cool. We have some other figures up here as well. So this is also Godzilla. Then we have a bunch of Transformers figures, which I still need to get that Megatron. That Megatron I've been searching for. Then we have this shelf. This is a brand new shelf. This is what I'm going to be calling the nostalgic shelf. Everything that I've gotten probably when I was a kid or stuff that I've always wanted since I've been a kid. One of the examples is this little guy right here. This Scorpion figure I really wanted for the longest time. I never really got it, but yeah, I actually got one this time. And also this Sandman I sadly lost when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved this Sandman figure. So eventually I decided to actually get it. So maybe on May, which May will probably be nostalgic month, we'll be taking a look at some of these guys. Then we have the monster shelf, which we kind of just moved it over just a little bit. So and that's pretty cool. We have the Book of Boba Fett shelf, pretty much. It just has a bunch of figures from Book of Boba Fett that I need to review. Very excited to look at Cad Bane here. You're going to be so excited because we're going to be looking at him. It's going to be dope. We have the Arkham shelf here, which is pretty dope. I'm still hoping that McFarlane makes more. We move the Indiana Jones shelf here, the What If shelf down here, and then we have some Star Wars shelves down here. This one's basically just clones. The other one's just kind of random, except for the Darth Vader one. Then we have the Five Nights at Freddy's shelf down in this way. Some Spider-Man figures there. Our DCEU right here. Predators, and then we have more Marvel Legends stuff. So I think that's pretty dope. So we got some stuff going along here. I bought this base plate because I wanted to make a kind of like my own mock, but it didn't work out. So I decided to take all those pieces off, and I'm going to probably turn it into a big Marvel display. So I think that's pretty cool. The desk area, almost the same. I do have some figures here. These 2 figures I actually really do like, so I decided to put them on display right here. And of course, for Godzilla month, we have the SH Monster Arts Mecha Godzilla, so that's pretty dope. And of course, our little Wolfman right here, and our little Snake Eyes, which is also next to the Wolfman. Then we move our Doom stuff. Our Doom stuff is now over there now, which we have a bunch of different Doom stuff there. So I think that's pretty dope. I think that's just a better spot for it, and I could fit a lot more stuff there. But I decided to move some figures here. So I started collecting these Numbskull figures because they haven't really made any more of these little minis, which sucks. But Numbskull has a pretty good selection of these, and so far as I know, they should be coming out with more of these, because I know they had them. I know there was a picture with what was his name? Was it John Romero? Is it John Romero? I don't remember. I'm blanking right now. The creator of Doom, and he was. It's just this picture right here that I have on the screen. He has the behind him is just a bunch of Numbskull figures. So I'm slowly collecting them. So I have 3 of them. I'm excited to review them when I can. And of course, the Figma figure, it has to be front and center. We have some gaming figures here. We have just a bunch of them right there. Some new ones here. We have the Gears of War Marcus, and we have a Bionicle figure there, which is really dope. Then we have, of course, our Wolverine shelf, which I really do like the way the Wolverine shelf came out. And there's another Wolverine figure coming out, and I'm very excited to actually get my hands on them. And then we have our little Darth Maul shelf, which is pretty dope. I'm very excited to not fill that up because there's no other Darth Maul figures. There actually is a couple figures that I do want, but yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where to put those. Then up here we have 2 McFarlane figures, which we have the Dark Knight series up here, and then we have the Batman and Robin series right up here, which we do need 2 more. We need the Poison Ivy and the Batgirl, and then that we can have Mr. Freeze in the mix as well, which I think is pretty dope. A little bit of a better look at the Doom stuff and the Nightfall Batman here. Bunch of stuff, that just a bunch of boxes and unopened stuff in there, so that's pretty dope. Up here we have our Star Trek sets, which we have one that we haven't looked at yet, but these ones we did review in Lego month, so that's pretty dope. We moved our kind of monster figures right over here, which I think looks pretty spiffy. Really do like how that came out. Our Overwatch shelf here, I think that's pretty dope. It's not too bad. And then we have the DC figures here, Sideshow, and of course the random stuff there. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys a little bit of the room. We'll be, going over some other stuff as well in due time. But right now, that's kind of just all I wanted to show you for today. Just showing you guys the entire room. I think I have some other stuff coming in. Most of them is for a custom, which I'll be talking about probably a little bit later in the video. But here's a little small hint. I had to get a 3D head print of this little dude, and I still need to rewatch his movies because it's been a while since I watched the first and second one, and now I have the third and fourth one to be kind of sad about. But I'm very excited to be working on that custom. But that's pretty much it. Let's move on to day 2. So for Godzilla month, I realized I don't even have a fucking Godzilla shirt. So I ordered one, and this is what I got. That is beautiful. And honestly, seeing this is what I should have gotten a tattoo of. This looks fucking sick. I absolutely love this design. It's just so dope. But I got a tank top. It's pretty dope. I really wanted this one. It was at Hot Topic, but they didn't have my fat ass size. So I got this one. Pretty dope. It's honestly big on me for some reason. Like, I thought it would be a little bit, better for me. But, whatever. So coming back in here, we really covered much yesterday. What else can I show you guys that is new? Up here, I decided to move all the boxes. I did have them in a bin, but I decided, nah. So I have them all just here. There are some My Hero figures that we actually have on display now. There's nothing else new that I have gotten so far. I think the only thing that I can say that is new are these up here. And these are old Minecraft sets back from the good old days. Now, this is going to go into the nostalgic shelf. I don't even know if I showed you guys this. I don't think I did. I think this is a new thing I'm showing you guys. But I have this one. I have the zombie, and I think I have the creeper up there as well. The only one I'm missing is this Steve and this Enderman. But yeah, then I'll have all of Series 1. So I think that'd be kind of cool to just have, because it just sounds pretty dope. So, recently, some other pre-order news. Of course, like I said yesterday, I got the Godzilla coming in from Godzilla New Empire, and I have the 2014 Godzilla coming in, and I also have the Mutos coming in. Well, I decided my dumbass self is going to order the Haya Toys Shimo. Shimo? Is it Shimo or Shimo? I think it's Shimo because Shimo just sounds weird. But we have this one coming in. I'm very excited to review this one with you guys. So hopefully I could get that done. I'll probably have to do it tonight as soon as possible because this is going to be a fun review. It's probably going to be an hour-long review. I know we're just looking at like two different figures here plus these ones, and we got like a cup there that I want to take a look at with you guys, but I don't know. I want to go into depth about the movie a little bit and then talk about the figures and stuff and also the stuff that I'm getting. Basically just me repeating what I'm saying now on the actual video and stuff like that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited. So I have 5 different pre-orders, and I've never had that many before in my life, but it's pretty dope. I actually do like how it's spaced out, so it's not all at once, and I feel like I'm spending way too much money, but I do like how it's separated from each other. So I can't wait for them to come in. And he's actually coming out next year in February, so it's going to be a long time before we actually get him, but I hope he's worth the wait. He looks dope. If they get a Skarkeen, a Kong, oh my god. Because I honestly really enjoyed Godzilla X Kong. It was probably one of my favorite MonsterVerse movies, and I know it's not my favorite, because I love 2014 Godzilla. I think they did that one perfectly. It just needed less humans and more Godzilla to me. But I think they did it. I think they did pretty good on it. The Godzilla King of the Monsters, I think, was really good. I love King Ghidorah. I love Rodan. I love Mothra. All of them together was so dope. So yeah, I thought that was really neat. Got into what was it? Godzilla? Is it Godzilla? No, the Godzilla didn't come out. Kong, which was before Godzilla King of the Monsters, but Kong was out. That was okay. It wasn't my favorite. They did a really good job on Kong. I don't know why I said Kong. But the human side, I just didn't care for. I don't know why, because they were big names. You got Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson. You had Samuel L. Jackson, John C. Reilly. You had some really good people. John Goodman. You had some dope people in this movie, but I couldn't get into it. I mean, I love John Goodman. He was my favorite part about the entire movie, but just seeing the other ones there, it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. And I know that Millie Bobby Brown was in the other ones, but honestly, at that time, I didn't even know her, like, at all. I knew she was in Stranger Things, but that was pretty much it. And I think that was good. I think they should just stick with people we don't really know that well. Even with Godzilla 2014, Elizabeth Olsen, love her to death. She was in it, but she was also well known. I think she did. No, she didn't come out she wasn't the Scarlet Witch yet, because that came out in 2015, so it would have been 1 year later before Age of Ultron. So yeah, it's just like, I don't really care when they add in like a bunch of big name actors and stuff, add in the ones that I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was a good one. And then we moved on to Godzilla vs. Kong, which was also a good one. I just didn't really care for the ending, but it was a pretty decent story. And then we also had the newest one, which is what we're talking about, which I thought was awesome. It had so much monster fighting. The Kong story was amazing. Godzilla was just perfect. I absolutely love Godzilla in this movie. A lot of people really do not like this design. And honestly, I do. I really do like this design. It's so cool looking. I love how they did it. And I really do hope when the newest Godzilla movie comes out, they stick to that design and just like overpower the fuck out of him. I think that'd be awesome. A lot of people, like, from what I've heard and I've talked about with some of my bros and some of my bros, I've talked about with some friends and stuff, that the next logical step would be a Godzilla versus Destroya and completely shatter our hearts with maybe another death of Godzilla or something like that. But it would be really dope, especially with Godzilla's power up. You got the enormous amount of strength and the power of Destroya. So I think that would be a big, good clash. I still want to see some other ones that they would do. But yeah, and then I saw this image that a lot of people hate, but I personally really do love. It's this one right here. It is a fake trailer cover of Godzilla with these huge ass wings. And I was like, oh my God. I know that for a fact that's not happening in this movie, but oh my God, wouldn't it be so cool if Godzilla just like sprouted out wings and just started flying? I don't know why. That just sounds so fucking dope to me. But yeah, that I think that'd be pretty dope. All right, so we're in the room right now. I am currently dressed for the occasion to get oh to review some Godzilla figures. But before I do that, I think it's time for me to actually work on this custom that I'm working on, which I think I hinted at the beginning of the video. So I want to show you guys exactly what I'm planning to work on because I just think it'd be kind of cool. So here's what I got going on. Obviously, this thing is not, I'm not going to be able to show you guys the whole thing because a lot of the parts that I did get for it, which I bought a ton of little parts for him, are not in yet. But I did get the custom head sculpt in, and this head sculpt is for the Jeepers Creepers monster from the movie. And I really do like the Creeper. I think the first movie was awesome, and the second movie was pretty dope. I have not seen the third movie yet, which I need to. I heard it wasn't as good, but and then I heard the fourth one was horrible. But you know, I'm still curious, so I have all four of the movies. I just need to watch them. So I decided to buy a head sculpt for him because I don't know. I just absolutely love the Creeper. It's one of my, I don't know if it's one of my favorites, my favorite like monster character, but I really like just the way he looks. So I wanted to make a custom of him because NECA has not made one yet, and the only one that is kind of available are like 6-inch scales, or you know, what was the other one? Like one from like early 2000s or something that barely has any movability at all, and it goes for a lot of money, so that kind of sucks. So I decided to try my best to make my own custom character, build the parts up from scratch, and go from there. So I bought this head sculpt off eBay. A lot of the things I did buy off eBay, are from there. So the first one I had to get was the head sculpt, and nobody really makes custom head sculpts of the Creepers. So this one I just found on eBay. It's pretty dope looking. I actually really do like it. It's 3D printed, I believe, from the looks of it. I think I just need to do some little touch-ups here and there, but it looks really cool. There actually is well, honestly, when I went back to that thing, because the person I bought this from also had a head sculpt where the mouth was open, and he also had the weapons, which I really wanted to get. And I was going to get the weapons, but he's no longer on eBay. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm pretty much just stuck with this, which is not a bad thing. But, you know, I just kind of bummer that I can't get the weapons or the open head. So, yeah, that's sad. So I just have this head sculpt. I think it's done very nicely. I'm going to try my hardest to paint it as good as I can. And you can definitely see that it does need a paint job because it is just all gray. So I'm going to do my best to actually work on this. I do have some other things coming in. I have a body that I do have. What happened? There we go. It's completely dark for a second. I do have a body coming in, and the body that I chose, I had to go through a lot of options. And honestly, I didn't know what option to go for. I didn't know if I should get like a NECA figure body, but the head sculpt wouldn't work with that. And the only size he had was 1/12 scale, which is the equivalent to Marvel Legends. So it kind of sucks. He's going to be a little smaller than my other dudes here, which sucks, but he's going to be completely custom. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because, I don't know, but I just really wanted to get a body, so I decided, oh my god, why is everybody falling? You guys are falling. It's not as bad as I imagined. This guy had the most problem, and even in the review I said he stands up well. He always kept falling on me, so he has to spread his legs, and he's on a McFarlane base plate, so I lied a little bit there, but he's still an awesome figure. So I decided to go for a Marvel Legends type of body. Which one did I choose? I decided to go with, because I had to look at what I had in my collection, because I really couldn't go off of something that I didn't have because I can't see that. I have to see which one works better. So I decided to go with a Spider-Man figure, and the Spider-Man figure I chose was the Sandman body, which is a very odd choice, but I think it would work pretty well. First of all, you get like kind of the whole naked look of it, so I think it's a nice blank canvas. You get a nice texture feel of it, which is pretty dope, and it just seems like it works. And I'm also, the body that's coming in does not have a head or arms, and I'm going to be using the extra hands from this figure to put that into production. So it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what this might look like with the body, which is pretty dope. So without all the parts and pieces on them, this is basically how it's going to come in the mail. And I just dropped the head. So with the head back on the table, we do have the head right here. So basically, it's just plopping it on like so. And there you go. That's basically what it's going to look like. So I have some other parts coming. He looks pretty cool. I actually really do like the body for him. I wonder what you guys think. Do you think this is a good idea? If not, then it's too late. I already bought the stuff for it. So I have a couple things coming in. The biggest thing that I do need to get is the trench coat. I've been looking as hard as I could for a good trench coat. I found one. It's like 20 bucks. And since I've already bought like some other accessories for this guy, I decided to hold off on that just for now. And I'll get it when I either next payday or something. But I think that looks pretty dope. I'm going to probably be adding some clay into this. And what's kind of cool is out of nowhere, I found this on my table, and this is what my wife bought me. This is air dry clay, so you just leave it out and it dries. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I have that. So I'm going to like try and like, build up the head itself so it can easily stay on, pretty much like I have my other custom heads, like the John Berthenol Punisher. There's a little bit of clay on the inside of his head, so it kind of makes it stay a little bit better. Same with the Henry Cavill Superman. But we have our figure right here. I have some things coming in. I think I have a pair of pants coming in. I have a pair of boots, which the boots is going to be an interesting thing because the boots, I don't believe I can actually slide it onto the actual figure. So I would either have to cut the ankles, cut the feet off this figure entirely, and then put the boots on, or I can probably try and make it work, but we'll see what happens. I've seen some images with the Creeper having his little toesies out or having them big boots, but I like the big boots better. But I have the boots, I have the pants, I have a red shirt as well, which is pretty dope. And I don't know if I have anything else other than that, but I think that's a good start. And I also, of course, have this body coming in, and I'm going to be using these little extra hands from the Sandman. I'm going to be painting some like nails in them, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to see what other extra hands that I have that might work as well, so he can actually hold something. But yeah, I think it's going to look pretty dope. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I need to paint the actual figure itself, and I also just hope that the parts come in soon because I really want to work on this guy. I also need to rewatch the movies because I think it's been a while since I watched the first and second movie. I think it was last year, but I just need a refresher so I can get motivated to actually work on this project. I'm also working on getting the weapons as well. Since the other guy bailed on me, I need to find someone else who can make the weapons through Instagram. That's at a decent price. I don't want to spend 20 bucks again for the weapons, which 20 bucks is like, it's not too bad. But since I've already have the trench coat I need to buy, I already bought the shirt, the pants, the boots, And the other little accessories that I might have, yeah, it's gonna suck. And I think this head sculpt was 20 or 30. It was one of the two, but it was probably I think it was the most expensive, but I'm not too sure. But it's really cool. Really do like the head sculpt. I have the guy's Instagram on the screen if you guys want to check out other head sculpts that he does. Because he does a lot of different types that are basically this base coat of gray. So I think he does have some pretty dope stuff that he has going on. And so yeah, definitely check him out. If you can find the accessories more than I can, then props to you. But yeah, it looks really dope. I need to get the hair as well. The hair needs to be a big thing as we go along, and it looks very nice. The proportions of this guy is really dope. I was actually going to use this Darth Maul figure, like get a cheap, like a very loose figure of it, and use the body, but it doesn't fit well with this body. And the only body that I saw that actually worked really well with this head sculpt was Sandman. So I decided just to go for the Sandman. So here we are. We have ourselves our body. So I'm very excited. I'm going to try and work on this a little bit. I don't know when, but I need to work on this head sculpt. But as of right now, I have to get this Godzilla Kong review, get it going at least, but I also need to edit this vlog. So that means that this vlog is pretty much over. I really just wanted to talk about this figure and just the other stuff that I might have going on and some other pre-orders. Speaking of pre-orders, I do have one more that I didn't mention that I've mentioned like millions of times already, but it's not a Godzilla one, and sadly I have not heard any word on it. But it's for the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw. So it's the one that's made by Hiya Toys. I got it off of Amazon. And I'm just hoping he comes in soon. From what I heard, my order was pushed back a little, so that sucks. And yeah, that's just kind of a bummer. I did watch the Review Spot's review on it, and it does kind of suck because the elbows aren't double jointed like this version of Leatherface is, which is like, damn, you should have just stuck. I think every single Leatherface should have double jointed elbows because it's essential for the character. You can only get them into such limited poses. So yeah, double joints on a Leatherface are essential for any figure at all. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. I have nothing else coming in, and that's pretty much my big custom project. I also have this custom as well, which I might work on it a little bit more. But yeah, you can see I added a lot of red highlights into the Mechagodzilla so he doesn't look as boring. It took a while to actually do as well, so hopefully this turned out pretty well. And yeah, that's basically what I got there. I might add another coat of like wash to really get into the cracks and stuff, make him look all nice and oily and stuff like that, because he looks pretty dirty in the movie. So he doesn't need to be all nice and clean. So yeah, that's basically what I got going on. So I'm going to try my best to work on those, and I'm going to do something about the creeper. But that's pretty much it for this vlog. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. This was a fun one to make, really. And yeah, this is bothering me, so I need to fix these guys. Ow! I just fucking punched the shelf. Oh my god. So let's get this guy back up. And stuff like that. There we go. There we go. Do you guys play the new Justice League game? Oh, this is going horribly. The new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. I've seen a lot of gameplay on it, and it looks absolutely atrocious. And I mean, I'm sorry if you guys actually like the game. My condolences, but I mean, if you do like it, that's good for you. But the disrespect they did on Kevin Conroy, like that just didn't fit well with me, and just having Harley Quinn complain about her, and just telling Batman that he caused more damage than good to everybody he knew. I know it's like the villain story and shit like that, and villains are supposed to be manipulative or something like that, but it just didn't feel right, especially since it was Kevin Conroy's last appearance as Batman. Of course, nobody really knew it was going to be his last appearance. Um, but still, it just was like, you did that to Batman, the Arkhamverse Batman, like really? It just didn't sit well with me, so yeah, that sucks. I'm glad McFarlane has not made any figures of them because that's a waste of production right there. Um, Especially since the game is doing so horribly, I don't think he'd do good on sales. Pretty much the same thing with Gotham Knights. He did do some figures, but I never see them, you know, past like $20 now. I can get them for like 10. I do have one Gotham Knights figure, which is the um, Nightwing back there, which I would like to customize. Honestly, Gotham Knights isn't as bad as Kill the Justice League because it's kind of its own thing, but still, it's not good at all. My wife also has this whole Red Hood collection, and she has the Gotham Knights Red Hood right back there. Um, but yeah, it's just not a good game at all. The Red Hood design is pretty cool, but just they didn't do good. They didn't do good on the characters that much. Um, Overall, it's just I think probably the best part about the game has been the Clayface storyline, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, we do have some Red Hood stuff. She's a big fan of Red Hood because he's a pretty cool character, and she did make this custom Red Hood back here. So she's as weird as me. She does custom stuff. She also repainted the Arkham Knight. So I think that's pretty cool. She also does have like a My Hero Academia shelf, which is pretty dope. That I actually have some figures of my own in here. Um, but most of these figures are mine. The Endeavor is mine because I like Endeavor, and I do have an extra All Might figure, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, everything else is pretty much hers. I did buy her the Figma Dobby figure because that's another one of her favorite characters. She likes that character. And what's cool is that we actually did get to meet him. So he actually signed her little pop figure that she got. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And she also does have some other Mortal Kombat stuff here. We have a whole WandaVision kind of wall here, like WandaVision thing here. And then I bought her the little crown because it actually is a really cool piece, and I thought it looked nice. So I'm gonna be chilling. I have to upload this. Jesus. I have to upload this review, so I'm gonna play some games and stuff. I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft because I got some of the weird Minecraft packs. I know you guys can't really see it that well, but I did get some of the Minecraft stuff. This is my sad little collection of games, um, just Fortnite stuff like that. Um, what did I have downloading? I think I had Overwatch downloading because it's been a long time since I played Overwatch, and yeah. It's all right, but I have Game Pass. I'm pretty much just been downloading some games, trying them out. If I don't care for it, I just don't really go back for it. So right now I bought, or not bought, I have The Quarry, which is like this horror game um, that I would find interesting, but I'm gonna chill, play some stuff as well, and I do have the packs for Minecraft, which is pretty cool, honestly. There's some pretty weird ones out there. Some weird ones do include Godzilla and the Universal Monster or Universal Studios, which is so weird, but it's interesting to be honest. I think my favorite one is the Universal Monster one, so I think that's pretty dope. If it will load in time, but yeah, there we go. It's very fun to me. I actually really am having a blast with this pack. They're like $10 each. They're nothing. They're not like horrible, but they're pretty interesting. And they're on sale as well. So, but I've just been here, and I have Universal Studio gear on, so I have like some pretty dope stuff. I even have like a little Jaws backpack, and I have just like a bunch of like merch from here. We've been keeping track on like what I buy, and so far, if this was basically real life, and we're just kind of going off estimates here, like how much would this be if it was in real life? So we like estimated like the plushies are like 60 or something, the shirts are like 30 or 40, because parks are like expensive as fuck. So I think overall we said that I have spent so far on food and on these little things and stuff. If it was real life, it would probably be around 480. That's pretty much the number we came up with. So I have just been on a spending spree apparently, and I don't even have that much stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting little level pack. So I think it's really fun. I am having a blast with this pack. And there's just like some stuff that just are not in Universal anymore that are just absolutely amazing. And I really want to go back to Universal now. Um, so yeah, that's basically that. That's pretty much all I got to say. So bless you. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I'm going to be just chilling here, waiting for this video to be uploaded. And yeah, I'm going to be probably not playing Minecraft because I got to wait for my wife to get home because she wants to see all this as well. But I'll see what other packs they got. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this little vlog. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. So I'll see you guys in the next video.